The refugee crisis has been ongoing for years now. The unfortunate stories of hundreds of millions of refugees have provoked many different works by a wide range of artists. Among them is Halil Altindere, who took a Syrian astronaut's story and turned it into art, but more importantly, a message to humanity. His work has been presented to visitors in various countries and is now a part of the Welcome to Homeland exhibition here in Istanbul. Curated by Das Art Project, the exhibition will run until the 21st of October. One of the curators from the Das Art Project group, Alper Turan, joins me today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Tell me about Das Art Project, what you do, and how you guys got into this involvement with Halil Altindere's exhibition.
We are a freshly founded curatorial group. We're so young. Last year we founded, and so far we made three exhibitions. Generally we work with young artists, and we aim to make them visible in the contemporary art scene in Turkey. During our first exhibition, which is Oxytocin, it took place in an abandoned guest house built by Kemalettin, the architect. It was a one-day-long exhibition, and Halil Altindere was one of the visitors. During the exhibition, we met and we talked a little after a while. After a couple of months, he called us and said, "You guys, I want you to make my next solo exhibition in Istanbul." And it was like a big opportunity for us as a young curatorial group. So
Space Refugee is one part of the exhibition.
Yes.
And there's a very striking story behind it. Tell me about the man that stars in the story.
Mohammed Faris is the first Syrian astronaut and the second Arabic one who went to space and spent 7 days in a space station. During that time, he made 13 different experiments. And when he came back to Syria, he was welcomed as a national hero. And there were schools and streets named after him. But after the regime of Assad, and because Assad wants to see him on his side, but the Faris didn't want to kill his own people, and he just left the country, and he couldn't get back. So now he took shelter in Istanbul, and he lives here.
So he's a refugee as well now. The second part of the exhibition is called Köfte Airlines, which is of an airplane, and refugees are literally sitting on top of this airplane. It really sends a strong message out to people. Do artworks like this change the perception of how people see refugees?
Of course, it changed the perception. But for example, also Faris is very specific character of refugee. It really changed our the image in our minds, the refugee image. In Köfte Airlines, it is refugees couldn't get on the plane because they don't have visa, and they don't have visa because there is any embassy in Syria. And the Köfte Airlines is kind of ironic, but because in Tekirdağ there's a köfte place in an Airbus. An Airbus can be a köfte place, but it couldn't be a mode of transportation for refugees who really need that.
So you guys worked with architects to create this exhibition. Tell me about the process that you guys had with the architects.
Because we used abandoned places as exhibition spaces, this time also we do this. It's in Sadık Paşa Mansion in Cihangir. It dates back 19th century. So because we need to install artworks, install video projections, and also we have technical problems like lighting and sound. That's why we need to work with some architects. But they do also our exhibition poster and other printed materials, and that was a good collaboration for us too. And
tell me about the importance of this place, the Sadık Paşa.
It was the architect was not so certain, but it was dated back like in 19th century, as I said. And it was used as Japanese consulate once, and it was schools for years. But for more than 15 days, it's disused and
as an exhibition.
Yeah.
So the exhibition is going to run until the 21st of October. It was a pleasure having you on our show today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alper.
Thank you.